Galactic warlords had once bowed before the creature known as Vorthak the Ravager. Entire moons were evacuated at its roar. But now suds. Pink, bubbly, sweet-smelling suds. And a human humming? The galaxy wasn't ready for what happened next. The hangar bay of Station 47 was quiet, until it wasn't. Klaxons wailed. Lights strobed red. Station guards scrambled in confusion, rifles raised, armor clanking as they formed up near Docking Bay G. "She's back," one of them muttered. The others nodded grimly. No one said her name. Moments later, a sleek obsidian cruiser slid into the bay, the air around it crackling with residual warp energy. The emblem on the side was unmistakable, a crimson claw wreathed in flame, the symbol of the Karel Syndicate. And at the center of that terror stood her, Xylath Karel, heiress to the bloodline that had reduced planets to ash and rulers to begging husks. But this time, she wasn't alone. A low, thunderous growl rolled from inside the cruiser. Everyone's spine stiffened. Station 47 had been warned. She traveled now with a companion. It had no official species designation. Just a name. Vorthak, a beast rumored to be bred in the blackest jungles of the Ithkar world. A creature twice the size of any sentient species in the galaxy, armored like a tank, and with jaws that could crush an assault mech. It had ripped apart starcruisers, snapped commanders in half like twigs, and now it padded behind her, teeth gleaming, breathing smoke. No one dared speak as Xylath descended the ramp. She was tall, silver-skinned, with violet eyes that glowed faintly. Her royal armor shimmered as if alive. Every step she took carried the weight of command. The guards bowed. She ignored them. She was here for business. And yet, something unexpected was waiting. He sat near the edge of the hangar. Human, unarmed, wearing what looked like maintenance overalls, goggles pushed up on his messy hair. Grease-stained fingers held a brush. A metal bucket sat beside him, filled with water and pink foam. And, absurdly, a rubber duck floated in it. He looked up, smiled. "You must be Xylath," he said casually. "You're early." She blinked. "You're the Terran engineer I hired?" "Yup. Name's Joel. Joel Baxter. I fix anything with wires or teeth." He stood. "You said your ship's warp core was spitting venom like a Regellian eel." "I figured that was a metaphor." Xylath didn't smile. "You mock me." "Nope. I just get poetic when things explode. Let's see the damage." She turned, beckoning him to follow, Vorthak growling behind her. But Joel wasn't looking at her. His eyes locked with the beast's. "Huh," he said. "You must be Vorthak. Big boy. But you smell kind of ripe. When's the last time he had a bath?" Xylath stopped mid-stride. "Excuse me," she asked, voice razor-thin. "He's shedding scale oil. That's usually caused by overheating. Also means he's not cleaning properly, which is a hygiene risk. For both of you." Vorthak growled louder now, steam curling from its nostrils. Xylath's voice dropped to a whisper. "You dare suggest I wash Vorthak?" "I don't suggest. I insist. If he's going to be near an engineer with a sensitive nose, he's getting a scrub." She raised a hand. "You insult my bond beast. He has eaten generals for less." Joel shrugged and walked past her. "Then I'll take that as a compliment. Come on, Vorthak. Let's get you squeaky clean." To the horror of every bystander, Vorthak followed him. 10 minutes later, the galaxy changed. Inside a maintenance bay, Joel had set up a washing station, industrial sprayers, warm water, fragrant soap, and several heavy-duty brushes. Vorthak lay still as the humans scrubbed him down like a prized show dog. He even sang, "Scrub-a-dub-dub, big beast in the tub." Xylath stood frozen, her mind refusing to compute what she was witnessing. Vorthak was purring, not growling, not snarling, purring. She stormed into the bay. "What in all the stars is this?" Joel grinned. "Spa day." "Spa. Relax," he said. "He's cleaner, happier. And look, no scale flaking now." She marched up to Vorthak, placed her palm against his neck. The skin was smooth, cool, hydrated. The energy radiating from him was stronger than before. Her violet eyes widened. "You improved his combat resonance." "Told you. I fix anything." For the first time, she actually looked at him. Noticed the scars on his arms, the precision in his hands, the calm that came not from arrogance, but earned confidence. "What are you?" she asked quietly. "Just a human, ma'am. But we're good at two things, fixing things and taming monsters." The silence hung thick. Then Vorthak, still covered in foam, sneezed, and a soap bubble landed on Xylade's nose. Joel burst out laughing. The guards outside, hearing the noise, turned white. Xylade Karel was laughing too. The galaxy would never be the same. The beast that once silenced battlefields now wore a towel like a royal cape. And beside him stood the only creature in the galaxy more dangerous than Vorthak, a smiling human with a brush. But something was coming. And this time, soap wouldn't fix it. It had been only 2 days since the human engineer had bathed the galaxy's most feared war beast. But already, the whispers had begun. From the lowliest station hands to the high chambers of the Quadrant Council, one phrase echoed like a storm in hyperspace. The Karel war beast was bathed by a human. And worse, he sang while doing it. Xylaide Karel should have been furious, enraged, humiliated, even. Instead, she was confused. Deeply, maddeningly confused. Because Vorthak, her companion, her weapon, her childhood shield, was different now. He slept better. He responded faster to her commands. He didn't snap at crew members. He was calm, relaxed, efficient. The human, Joel, hadn't just scrubbed his hide. Somehow, impossibly, he had strengthened the bond between beast and master. Now, Xylaide paced aboard her flagship, the Blood Halo, trying to focus on strategy. The Karel fleet was due to engage a rival syndicate, the Sarek, within 24 hours. And they were outnumbered 2-1. Her generals wanted to retreat. Xylaide never retreated. She slammed her fist on the war table. Options. Now, the closest general, an armored Drex named Kaver, cleared his throat nervously. We may call in a Vorn heavy assault wing for reinforcement. Too slow. Then perhaps we deploy Vorthak early. Let him scatter their formations. Vorthak is recovering. His energy reserves are still replenishing after warp transitions. She crossed her arms. We cannot risk him burning out. Silence. Until another voice spoke. Calm. Casual. You could decoy the Sarek fleet with a fake distress signal. Pull them toward the asteroid field. Then jump behind them and collapse their path with an EMP net. Everyone turned. Joel Baxter stood at the edge of the war table, sipping from a metal cup. His jumpsuit was half-zipped. His boots were scuffed, but his eyes sharp. Calculating. Xylaide narrowed hers. And how would you suggest we pull that off? Joel shrugged. Simple. Their tracking systems are old tech. Still relies on heat and pulse signatures. I've already patched a fake distress call into the old V-class drones you have in cargo. Slap on a few heat cores, launch them into the rocks, and boom, ghost fleet. The room went quiet. You tampered with our war drones? Kaver hissed. I fixed them, Joel said evenly. They were collecting dust. Now they'll win you a battle. Xylaide stepped forward slowly, studying him. You're not just an engineer. Joel's gaze didn't waver. Nope. Who trained you? I served with Terran Naval Black Corps. 10 years. After that, I decided I'd rather fix engines than break skulls. Why? He gave a tired smile. Skulls break too easily. Xylaide didn't reply for a moment. Then she turned to Kaver. Execute the plan. Joel's strategy. I'll lead the jump myself. But, that's an order. The Drex bowed. Yes, Lady Karel. Joel nodded. I'll prep the drones. She caught his arm as he passed. You're staying on the bridge. You made the plan. You'll see it unfold. He gave her a wry look. Is this your way of keeping an eye on me? She smiled, just slightly. It's my way of saying, I trust you. The battle lasted 20 minutes. Exactly 20. The Sarek fleet, confident in numbers, took the bait. Their cruisers chased the fake distress signals into the dense asteroid belt of the Karthak expanse. When the first EMP blast hit, half their systems blinked out. Xylaide's ships jumped in behind them. Clean, surgical, efficient. By minute 18, their command ship had surrendered. By minute 20, the battlefield was silent. A flawless victory. Cheers erupted across the Blood Halo's bridge. Crew members chanted her name. Some even dared pat Joel on the back. Vorthak, seated calmly at her side, gave a pleased rumble as if he, too, had planned the whole thing. Xylaide turned to Joel. You've earned your pay 1,000 times over. He looked at her with amusement. I thought I was just here to fix things. You did. You fixed a fleet. But before the moment could settle, the comms console crackled. Urgent tones. A voice filtered through, panicked and low. Emergency message from Station 47. A council delegation ship has been attacked. Unknown assailants. Survivors say it wasn't pirates. It was Karel. Your crest, Lady Xylath. Everyone froze. Xylath's smile vanished. That's impossible, she said. We haven't sent any secondary forces. Joel's face darkened. Somebody's trying to frame you. Kaver snarled. It must be Sarek deception. Joel shook his head. Too clean. Sarek are blunt hammers. This smells like internal sabotage. Someone's painting a target on your back and using your name to do it. Xylath's jaw clenched. We returned to Station 47. Full alert. They jumped back in 2 hours. Station 47 was a mess. Council inspectors were everywhere. Probes scanned every Karel ship. The Blood Halo was quarantined. Xylath herself was summoned for questioning. Her honor was at stake. Her leadership. Her life. But it wasn't Xylath who cracked the truth. It was Joel. He hacked the station's deep surveillance logs. Located footage of the imposter ships. Zoomed in on the markings. Not just Karel, but altered Karel. Old designs. Retired units. Replicas. He traced their energy signatures to a black market shipyard orbiting a rogue moon. And there, through hidden spy drone footage, they saw her. A face like Xylath's. Almost identical. But crueler. Eyes burning with ambition. Celia, Xylath breathed. My cousin. She's building an army, Joel said. And she's using your shadow to do it. She wants to take my throne. Joel looked at her. Then don't let her. They moved fast. With Vorthak leading the charge and Joel handling tactical overwatch, they descended on the rogue shipyard. The battle was fierce. Explosive. Betrayers died screaming. And in the heart of it, Xylath and her cousin fought blade to blade. Silver skin against silver skin, royal blood clashing under burning skies. Joel watched from the command post, heart thudding, hands ready to trigger reinforcements if needed. But Xylath didn't need help. She won. Barely. And when it was done, she stood bruised and bloodied, but proud. Joel met her at the landing ramp as smoke curled in the distance. Need a medic? He asked. She shook her head. Need a bath. They both laughed. Vorthak nudged between them, freshly rearmored, eyes gleaming. Xylath placed a hand on Joel's shoulder. Stay, she said softly. He blinked. On your ship. In my command. She hesitated, then added, in my life. Joel looked at Vorthak. The war beast huffed and leaned into him. Then he looked back at her. Do I get to bring the rubber duck? She rolled her eyes. Only if you sing. He grinned. Scrub-a-dub-dub. And somewhere far beyond the stars, the galaxy blinked in disbelief, because it had just gained a new legend. The human who bathed a monster and tamed a queen.